Jo, ich stehe hier mit John Cruz jetzt auf der NAMM Show und ich muss sagen, das ist wirklich ein sehr, sehr geiler Moment, denn John Cruz ist einer meiner absoluten Helden, wenn es um Fender-Gitarren geht. Er ist ein absolut geiler Masterbuilder von Fender und jetzt stehe ich hier mit ihm, voll der Hammer. Hey John Cruz, nice to meet you.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I mean, what I said to those guys in Germany is you are a legend when it really goes to Masterbuilt guitars, yeah? So, I mean, your name is like thunder in Germany, I swear to God, yeah? So, I mean, every guitar we get and your name is on it, it's sold in maybe 1 or 2 hours, okay, yeah.
The job security right there, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, I have myself a 58 hot rod guitar, with a big C. You sell that?
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I mean, there's some rumors, like, hey, John Cruz is not making any guitars anymore. I mean, what happened?
Not so. It's just that I've got such a back order right now. They decided to shut off my order base right now, stop taking orders right now until I can get caught up with some of the back orders that I've got. I'm making really good progress, and I'm hoping by the end of this year that maybe they'll be able to turn it back on again and start taking orders again, new orders again. I'm hoping for that. I'm pushing for that.
Okay, was er gesagt hat, ist, er hat natürlich jetzt gerade ein bisschen viele Orders und die sind gerade ein bisschen runtergeschraubt worden, aber er wird auf jeden Fall weiter Gitarren bauen. Ja? I mean, when I listen to Masterbuilt guitars and to team-built guitars, they always, I mean, the Masterbuilts always sound better. So what would you say is the reason for that?
Well, you know, with a Masterbuilt guitar, you're going to get the very best of the best through Fender. And each Masterbuilder, we're all very experienced in what we do, come from a long background of experience. We know what kind of love to put into the guitar, whether it be the details of the wiring, the neck shape is the most important thing for me, and the feel of the neck, the tone tapping of the wood, pickup selection, just everything. And the frets are very important, but it's just got to feel like $1 million to us. And if it passes our criteria, I know it's going to be good when it gets out there to the consumer.
Okay, was er sagt, ist natürlich, dass die Gitarren mit sehr, sehr viel Liebe und mit sehr, sehr viel Detailverliebtheit gebaut werden und deswegen auch so geil klingen. Aber ich sage ja immer, die verwenden auch andere Hölzer. I mean, you do further wood selection before you build a guitar? You will.
If it's a custom-made guitar with specifics on it, the guy wants a really light ash body, I will literally go out to the mill and hand-pick a piece of a wood blank that we're going to use for the body. We weigh them, we tone tap them, and look for the nice grain for whatever the person wants, whether it's a solid color or a sunburst color or a trans color. I always try to choose the best grains that I can find for that, and listen to the wood and feel the wood and the weight and everything is really important.
All right, so you do the selection by weight, of course.
Yeah, it depends. If a customer is requesting something light, I will definitely go out there and hand pick something light for them because that's what the customer wants. We try to give the customer what they want.
Okay, also was er sagt, ist natürlich, dass die Gitarren immer Sonderbestellungen sind. Das heißt, wenn die Leute eine besonders leichte Gitarre wollen, dann sollen sie es auch bekommen und dass er natürlich auch die Hölzer praktisch abklopft. So you're knocking on the wood, right?
I like to listen to the wood a lot. It looks kind of funny when somebody sees me walking by and I'm tone tapping a piece of wood to listen to it, but I can hear the wood ring, and if it's ringing really good and it's not dead and it just carries, I know it's going to be a good sounding guitar.
Ja, also es ist natürlich wichtig, dass die Gitarren einfach abgeklopft werden und einfach wirklich von einer Person gebaut werden, die wirklich wissen, worum es bei dieser Gitarre geht. Super geil. I mean, how many guitars are you building in a year?
I usually don't talk about what I put out. I mean, there's quite a bit that we do. I don't really discuss specifics of that. I usually don't. But there's quite a few that we do. And I usually do guitars in batches per month. And we try to ship a certain amount a month. And, like I said, I'm trying to knock down the back order right now. And I'm doing the best. I'm one person. And I do a lot of the work myself. We have the mill team and the paint team that works for us. That helps us out quite a bit. But I'm in the paint booth as well, watching and overseeing paint jobs. If somebody wants a certain paint job or something, I'll be right next to the painter, tell them to do something, a certain way. And same thing with the wood. I mean, I like to be involved in that as much as possible. All the details of putting the guitar together, the fret job, everything is done by me, and that's it. That's how we've always done it.
All right. So you build the guitar from the fretting to the carving, the pickup wind. So you wind the pickups yourself?
We don't wind pickups. I mean, we have Abigail, who's a legend in the industry. I get a lot of orders for her pickups. A lot of my pickups that I've designed, I have had Abby wind for me, and then she'll make a few sets for me, and I'll take them home and try them out my guitars. If they sound good and they work good for me at the gig, I'm going to put them in a guitar and sell them.
You said to me that you put the JC set in my guitar. I mean, I didn't know that.
I think I probably did. If it was the Hot Rod guitar or something like that, I have a couple sets of guitar pickups that I use. The JC Limited, which is a kind of a modified Texas Special pickup almost. Very popular pickup. I get a lot of orders for that one. Still to this day, they even use it on the team-built guitars a lot now, and I'm flattered by that. It was something that I came up with, and I thought it was a great pickup, and it's a good rock and roll pickup, a good blues pickup. And I also have another pickup. It's a fatter 50s pickup. I don't know if I'm safe for TV, but I like to call it the fat ass 50s pickup. It's a really fat, overwound pickup, really good for rock and blues also. And then I also have a newer pickup, and it's a lower output pickup, much along the lines of a Stevie Ray Vaughan era guitar, low output, and it's called the Bone Tone pickup. And it's a very cool pickup. Nothing to it, just very low output. You really have to dig into the strings to get the tone out of it, and I think that's cool because you've got a good amp, you've got a good resonant wood. With that combination with that pickup head, the sky's the limit with that.
Voll krass. Also was ihr natürlich hört, ist, dass er die Pickups auch nicht selber wickelt, aber dass er sich sehr, sehr viel Gedanken gemacht um den Sound. Das höre ich ihm natürlich auch an. Ja, er ist wirklich total der crazy Typ, Mann. Er will natürlich, dass die Gitarre in einer bestimmten Weise klingt und gibt dann Abigail natürlich auch die Anweisung, wie die Pickups zu klingen haben. I mean, what I notice is that a guitar which is aged is much better sounding than an NOS guitar.
I agree.
So what do you say about that?
I totally agree. We make guitars with a very thick finish on it, and they're gorgeous. I like to make guitars, obviously a lot of aged guitars I like to do, and my belief that the thinner the finish on the guitar or the less finish on the guitar, I think the better it's going to sound. The wood resonates a lot better, it breathes more, you just get that tonal from the wood, the raw wood, which is, I'd love to make a guitar with no paint on it at all, and I may do that soon for you guys.
I mean, we have the discussion in the store every day. So I want to beat up my guitar myself, and I say, buy that heavy rally guitar. It's much better than the NOS guitar. And say, hey, what is the difference? It's only the crackling. It's only the beating. I mean, it's more than that.
It's more than that. It's a process on how we paint the guitars. We do it very close to the way that we did it in the early 50s and the 60s, which is a very thin nitro finish. And a lot of people that take their guitars or new guitars or American Standard guitars, whatever, and they don't realize that there's a lot of undercoat underneath that finish. So yeah, it's easy for somebody to get a hammer and chip off finishes here and make it look like a relic guitar, but it's not going to sound the same because you still got undercoat. It's still really thick underneath there. You have to start with a thin finish, and that's what we do as far as the Time Machine series goes. Very thin finish. And it just, like I said, it just resonates very well with the guitar.
Okay, also was er natürlich sagt, ist, dass halt Gitarren, die sehr, sehr dünn lackiert sind, besser klingen als Gitarren, die dick lackiert sind. Das sage ich natürlich auch immer. Ne? Aber er sagt auch, dass der gesamte Lackierungsprozess ein völlig anderes ist. So that means the process of lacquering is different for when you're doing a rally guitar to NOS?
Yeah, NOS finish is lacquer too, all lacquer, but it's quite a bit thicker. Now when we do a Closet Classic finish, it's a little bit thinner. When we do a Relic finish, it's very thin. Now if somebody requests that they want something really, really thin, then we'll do it like just a couple coats, buff it, make it look good without burning it, of course, unless they want a Relic. And, that's the magic, man. I mean, and that's where it's at. The thin finish helps to resonate a lot better, and that's the magic of it,
I mean, you did the Relic program on that Rory Gallagher Strat, right?
Yes, I did the very first 40 guitars that we did for Fender Europe a number of years back. I forget how long back, and I guess it just took the world by storm. People were really digging it. A lot of Rory fans over in Europe, and I'm one of them here in the U.S. I just love Rory to death, and I was honored to hear that they wanted to make it into a custom team-built custom guitar as a regular production model. And it's like, this is great. So I made a prototype, and we sent it to Donnell, Rory's brother. And he opened it up and just like almost cried, saw it and just said, this is eerie, how close it was to Rory's guitar. That made me feel, so good inside to know that if I can surprise him with something that I've done and he loves it and he feels it from Rory, coming through Rory, I think the rest of the world's going to take it the same way.
Yeah. very good thing. I mean, you did the Reliking of Ingvi's guitar as well, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So, I saw a video. Ingvi was watching on both guitars, and he said, "Hey, so which one is mine?"
Yeah. Honestly, he did not know it right off the bat. It took him a few minutes to figure it out. I was right there when he was unveiling. He was laughing, giggling like a little kid, just like giggling, and he saw both the guitars next to each other like that. And Mike Eldred was with me, and we were both just like laughing because I forgot which one was, I couldn't tell. And then he was looking at him, and he's like, "You even got the cracks the same," He was like flipping out. And it took a few minutes, and then he kind of looked at me and goes, "It's this one, isn't it?" I go, "No, it's this one." He didn't know. And then when he started playing it, obviously your guitar. He brought it here from the U.S. when he was a kid, and it's hard to do that. But I figure if I can get it by him for 5 minutes with him not knowing which is, the rest of the world's going to freak out on it. And I think they did.
That's a big honor. I mean, ich meine, was er natürlich macht, er macht auch die ganzen Relic-Sachen, hat die ganze hat die Rory Gallagher Strat auch praktisch designt, hat den ganzen Prozess nach vorne getrieben und hat auch irgendwie das Masterbuild Strat gerelikt. Did you do the relicking by yourself? So do you do all the cracklings, or did you have a team for that?
It was a lot of that. I did a lot of those myself. I had a couple of guys work up to me also that would prep bodies for me and get them ready for me. And a lot of the cracking I did. All the details stuff, the finish missing in certain spots was all me. The beating up, the cigarette burns, and I smoked, and I put a cigarette burn on it, and I smoked a lot of cigarettes to do that.
Es ist total verrückt. Ich meine, er hat die Strat von Ingvi wirklich gerelikt und Ingvi hat seine Originalstrat genommen und hat seine genommen und hat sie echt nicht auseinandergehalten. Er hat sie nicht auseinandergehalten. Die haben dann gegiggelt und haben sich totgelacht darüber, dass irgendwie die Strats verwechselt hat. Ja? Ich meine, das ist natürlich die beste Auszeichnung, die man als Masterbuilder bekommen kann. I mean, do you have any forthcoming projects or something you want to talk about?
At this time right now, I'm concentrating on getting my back orders down because, like I said, they turned off the fountain for me right now for taking new orders. I've got quite a few back orders still yet to catch up on, and that's my goal.
We placed, I think, 6 guitars. For session music in Frankfurt, and I swear to God, I will pick one of them. I swear I will.
We'll see about that. I'm going to make them all, so you're going to want them all. How's that sound? Yeah, those are coming up shortly. I'm very sure now. If it's been a year and a half, 2 year wait, I apologize to people of Europe for that. But I'm one person. I do what I can, and I figure I'm going to make it worth the wait. And when you get that guitar, I'm trying to make it your #1 guitar, and that's always been my goal.
Okay, das war John Cruz von Fender als Masterbuilder und super geile Geschichte, dass ich ihn heute echt mal sprechen konnte. Ich habe ihn noch nie getroffen und er ist echt die absolute Legende. Thank you, John.
Thank you very much. Thank you guys out there in Europe too for supporting Fender, buying the best guitars in the world, and then the best is yet to come. Thank you.